All right, what's up everybody? Today we're going to learn how to soundproof a door, and I'm going to show you my 3 favorite ways to create a soundproof door in your home studio. All right, so the first way to soundproof your door is to create just one massive door. And what that means is you need to create a door that is freaking heavy. Remember, with soundproofing, mass is one of the key ingredients to creating a soundproof room. So your door has no exception there. So this is the way we did it in my studio. And as you can see here, we have just this really massive single door. One of the things that I realized when I was designing this studio, I didn't want to have what I'm going to talk about in the next section, which is the communicating doors. So I didn't want to have to open 2 doors. I just thought it would be kind of annoying. So instead, I vied for this option of just creating a single door. And the way that we did it is we bought one solid core door. Then we put 8 pounds per square foot of sheet lead on the back of that door. Then we took 3/4 inch cabinet grade plywood, screwed that into the back of the door, sandwiching the sheet lead in between. Lastly, we took a ton of time just getting a bunch of weather stripping and putting it all the way around the door. This creates an amazing airtight seal, plus you have the heavy weight of the solid core door with the sheet lead, plus the cabinet grade plywood. All in all, we estimated that this door is probably around 300 pounds. So this is no joke. You want to have serious hinges. You want to make sure that your doorway is structurally sound. And this is a point in your project where you don't want to worry about the double walls. You just simply connect those double walls and create a really solid doorway entryway. Otherwise, that door is just going to rip off the side of your house. So, important things to remember with this idea, if you're going to go this route, is to just go with this design. It works perfectly. I'll show you an example right now of how this door works with a live drummer that we recorded last week in the studio. So check this out. Drums. Let's see. This is walking away about 5 feet. And you hear the drums just disappear. All right, so door option number 2 is to do what I talked about in the last section and get communicating doors. So this is a great way to go. In the end, it might cost you about the same as the supermassive single heavy door. It might be a little cheaper. I'm not sure, I didn't do it. But you have to think that you're gonna buy 2 solid core doors. You're not gonna use the sheet lead, but you still have to do all the weather stripping around both doors. As a side note, we did use Frost King weather stripping, which we found was really, really good for what we were doing. In the book that I really like, Home Recording Studio, Build It Like the Pros by Rodger Weiss, he talks about using trunk rubber from like a GMC car that you can buy on this obscure website. We did it, I bought it, it didn't work. I don't highly recommend it. The trunk rubber just didn't create a tight seal with the door. So you can try it, but it didn't work for us. So it's not what I'm gonna recommend. So this Frost King brand is the way to go. And you also wanna get a magnetic weather stripping around the door, which is something I didn't mention in the last section, but that is key. The magnetic weather stripping was a huge part of the success of this soundproof door. So with your communicating doors, you're just gonna have one door that opens out and one door that opens inward. When you're recording and you want it to be super soundproof, you just close both those doors. If you're doing double walls, which is the way you should be doing it, for more information on that, you can check out another video we have on how to build soundproof walls. But essentially, you're gonna have about a 9-inch gap in your doorway where you can have a little airspace between the 2 doors. So for our third option, and this is actually the option that's gonna cost the most, but I think it is honestly the best way to go. And it's what I wish I had done with my own home studio build in my backyard. So let's just take a quick look at my original design here. We've got this plan. You can see that I have the single massive heavy door into the entryway. What I think would have been cool is to actually build a little vestibule airlock off the front of my studio. And this would have created, I think, the best option for soundproofing, because even with the single door, you're getting a direct hit from sound from the outside. And some of that sound, no matter what, let's say it's like a huge lawnmower directly outside your your door. That is still going to come through a little bit, not a ton though. Surprisingly so, I had my lawn mowed just this past week and we were just blown away at how it didn't interrupt our session at all. So if you follow my instructions, that can happen in your studio as well. So I hope you're getting excited about this. I think that having the added benefit too of a little entryway, like you could put coats in there, you could put your shoes in there if you want to keep it super clean, you could store gear in there. It could even be a part, you could have like a little bathroom in that little entryway or something like that. These are things that I think if I were to build another studio, that's what I would have done. So in this way, we create an airlock. So essentially you're going to have one door facing the entryway entrance, and then I think the best way to do it is create a little L and then enter into your studio. That way the two doors aren't ever facing each other. This is going to create added soundproofing and sound isolation in your studio. Another thing is the larger the hallway, the longer the vestibule or entryway, whatever you want to call it, the more soundproofing you're going to get. It's important to remember though that the cost of materials is going to go up because you still have to create a soundproof room, meaning the double walls there are going to be the same. You're going to have to do double drywall layers of the 5/8 inch drywall and green glue and all that stuff that you did inside your studio. You're going to have to also do in the entryway for it to be completely soundproof. But like I said, I still think it's the best option. So I know this was a super quick video. These videos are not meant to be a complete how-to guide. For that information, you can jump into our free course on soundproofing, which I have in the description below. And I'm honestly thinking of building a comprehensive course. Depending on when you're watching this video, it may or may not be out, but I'd love to hear in the comments if you'd be interested in a full-length, complete how-to course on how to build your home studio, especially like I did in my backyard, because that's what I know how to do best. So if you're like me and you're crazy and you want to build this soundproof studio, I can't recommend it enough. It's been life-changing. The work is pouring in because people are like, holy cow, this producer's legit. He's clearly invested in his career. So whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, if you want to take your studio to the next level, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys are struggling with when it comes to designing and building your studio, and I'd love to help out. So go ahead, sign up in the description below. You'll get access to that free course, and I just want to talk to you guys. This is a community. I think it's awesome. I'm super passionate about this if you haven't noticed already. When I was building my studio, I was like, I wish I had this information. So now I'm just throwing it out there. I'm trying to help people. So more power to y'all. Stay motivated, keep learning. It's a big process, but I'm here to help, and I'll see you next week. Every Tuesday we have a new video. I've heard that if you subscribe and I get up to like 1,000 subscribers, the YouTube algorithm suddenly takes off. So that would be amazing. So if you're enjoying this information, please consider subscribing. It helps a ton. I feel silly even saying it, but you know, we got to have a little call to action to remind you at the bottom. So until next week, I'll see you guys later.